GoForThe2.com. I'm back with a great matchup in the SEC this weekend between two unbeatens. Talking about the Auburn Tigers traveling to Baton Rouge to take on the 6th-ranked LSU Tigers and the Mad Hatter and Les Miles. I'm going to give you some news and notes about both sides of the ball. I'm going to give you my prediction up on the websites NCAAblitz.com and GoForThe2.com Thursday morning, so check that out. Let's talk about Auburn. 3-0, all three victories coming at home. They struggled last week late in that ball game against Mississippi State. Junior quarterback Nick Marshall engineered a last-minute drive to give the Auburn Tigers the 24-20 victory at home. When you look at Auburn, they're averaging 31 points per game under Gus Malzahn. Junior quarterback Nick Marshall completing over 61% of his passes, 4 touchdowns, 2 INTs. But he's going to be making his first road SEC start in Death Valley Saturday night. So how does that affect the psyche for Nick Marshall? We're going to have to see. Offensive line for Auburn playing very, very well, creating holes for running backs Trey Mason and Grant. They're averaging 238 rushing yards per game. A key stat about this ball game, Saturday night, calls for 50% thunderstorms and rain showers in Baton Rouge. So it's going to be the team that can run the football the best will probably get the victory. The team that can run the football and create turnovers. So keep that in mind for this matchup Saturday night. Let's talk about LSU. Last season, they picked up a 12-10 victory on the road at Auburn. Junior quarterback Zach Mettenberger, making his first road start last season, struggled. He fumbled on the goal line for Auburn, created some turnovers, did not play very well, but the running game of LSU carried them to the 12-10 victory. A little bit different story this season. Zach Mettenberger playing mistake-free football. 9 touchdowns, no interceptions, and under new offensive coordinator Cam Cameron, LSU has exploded, averaging 46 points per game. When you look at the rushing attack for LSU, averaging 218 rushing yards per game, they have 3 great running backs in Jeremy Hill, Kenny Hilliard, and Alfred Blue, so they're going to be able to rush the football, but it's been the passing game of Mettenberger and his great wideouts of Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham, who have 32 combined receptions for 9 touchdowns, that has been able to stretch defenses and take the pressure off the offensive line and play action and also open up the running games for LSU. It's been the passing game of Mettenberger that has opened up the running game for those staple of backs. So keep that in mind for LSU. A very explosive passing attack led by Matt Mettenberger under Cam Cameron this season. When you look at the LSU Tigers, they do have the following week a road game against number 9 Georgia. So how are they going to be looking ahead to the road contest the following week? I don't think so. I think LSU head coach Les Miles will have his team ready. It's an SEC contest, so look for both teams to be up and into this ball game. Nobody's looking ahead to the following week. LSU will be ready to play. When you look at the defensive side of the ball for both teams, not very opportunistic. When you look at LSU, they're even in terms of turnover margin, and more importantly, creating a lot of penalties through 3 ball games now. LSU has 23 penalties on the season. They're going to need to play more disciplined. They're going to have to play within the system, and I look for John Chavis to use multiple looks to confuse junior quarterback Nick Marshall. When you look at Auburn's defense, they're a -1 in turnover margin. They're going to have to, if they want to get the victory against LSU, they're going to have to create turnovers on the road to take the pressure off the junior quarterback. We're going to have to see if they can do that. I think it's going to be a great matchup. I think both teams will be ready to play. It's a very interesting matchup, to say the least. I'm going to give you my prediction Thursday morning up on the website NCAAblitz.com and GoForThe2.com, and check out my weekly radio show on blogtalkradio.com called the NCAA Weekly Blitz. Stay with me all season long. College football is the best, and I can't wait to give it to you.